Hello and welcome to Fashion Report Friday, the weekly video series trying to get you the most MGP possible from the Mandeville Gold Saucer every week on a Friday when judging begins for the Fashion Report minigame. This is week 338, and as you can see, the clue is a Rebel's Coil. Individually, the clues are Coiled Finally for our hands, Do Rats Fly for our legs, Robed in Resistance for our feet, and Jewels of Green for our necklace slot. In this video, we have a 100 score, an 80 with dies, and the easiest 80 possible. Alrighty then, for the 100 score, as you can see, we have the following items. First of all, the replica Dreadworm Gloves of Casting are the ones I went with for my caster. Any of the replica Dreadworm stuff will work. Alternatively, the actual Dreadworm gauntlets, vambraces, or gloves will all work for whatever job role you want. The reason I went for the replica ones is because I had them already, and this is something I use for glamour quite often. However, you can go into the final coil and get those gloves as well if you want to. It's very easily unsinkable, but of course these are crafted versions of that replicas. Moving on then to our legs, these can be either the original Skyrat breeches or the replica ones. Now the difference between those are the original Skyrat breeches, such as fending, maiming, striking, etc., are all tailored to one specific role and are locked to that role. However, the replica ones that can be crafted are actually unlocked, which means these are usable by any job in the game level 1 and above. These are especially good, they're easy to craft, and they're fairly cheap on the market board as well. But basically we're looking at the Skyrat or replica Skyrat legs. And then for our booties, we've gone for the Boshian Boots of Casting, again to go with my casting theme, but any of the Boshian boots will work, and this is where that's from. Alright, if you want to get yourself some Boshian boots, essentially what you would have to do is go into the Boshian Southern Front. This is obviously part of a big quest line to do with a resistance weapon series, but if you have access to this, you might have done some of the fates in the area, of which you will actually get these coins. These coins are Boshian coins. You actually need only 14 of these, and you simply go to the resistance supplier NPC or right by the camp at the main starting area of the Bosnia Southern Front, and you click on here and go to exchange, and you'll be able to buy essentially any of these boots for 14 of your coins each. So there we go. So yeah, doing a little bit of Bosnian Southern Front, why not, right? I'm sure some of you probably are doing some of your resistance weapons, or have at least started that. And then finally, we've got ourselves the Malachite Choker for the Jewels of Green. Basically, any necklace in the game that has a green gem in it that's very visible, or is even named down that line, will work. We're talking Peridot Choker, Tourmaline, Wolf Tourmaline, Emerald, all those sorts of things. The thing about the Malachite Choker is it's the cheapest and most easily accessible from a vendor. Getting a Malachite Choker then is fairly simple. Just come over to the Ethernet shard over by the Goldsmiths Guild, and then simply go up to Estame's Aesthetics just around this corner here, and you will be able to purchase basically your Malachite Choker from this vendor, Sileus. If we go to the battle accessories, you'll be able to find this under the Choker section for Malachite, just for 1,817 gil. So yeah, that is probably the best item from this week. With that information, obviously we can use that for the easy 80. First of all though, let's go on to the 80 with dies. So for the 80 with dies, as you can see, we've got ourselves some rather expensive dies on this one, and it's probably why I'm not going to recommend it to you. We've got Offard Blue on any weapon in the game and Honey Yellow on any helm in the game. But then we have 3 jet black dies on our chest, our hands, and our legs, which are all obviously premium dies, and then a snow white die on any boots in the game. As long as something is equipped in every slot, those dies will work. But this is a good test of what will work. There are actually 2 good dies from this, so we can use those for the easy 80, but those premium dies, oof, they're a little bit much, isn't it? 3 jet black. So let's move on to the easy 80. Okay, for our easiest 80, it's quite clear then here what we've done. Essentially, we've dyed any helm in the game with its first die slot honey yellow. Then we've dyed any feet in the game, its first slot, snow white dye. Both those very accessible. Honey yellow is crafted or from a market board, and the snow white's from Ixali vendors, so tribal vendors. And then we've tied those colors on those helm and that feet with the malachite choker, which is obviously easily accessible from your low-level jewelry vendors such as Silas in the steppes of Thal for just over 1,800 gil. These items together are obviously joined by something in every single slot that's accessible, so please make sure that you have something equipped in every slot before you say it doesn't work, because it certainly does. There's 2 dyes and that 1 item is all you need. Pretty good, honestly, but any 2 items obviously from the 100 would also work, as, you know, obviously various vendors are accessible to players, but you might want to mix and match between the 100 as well. Any 2 items with something equipped in every slot gets you the minimum required for the maximum MGP for the week anyway. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this was helpful. Link in the description to the Reddit thread as usual. More Dawntrail videos are being worked on. I am working quite tirelessly to actually grind some of it out. Hopefully you look forward to those videos, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.